Connecting. Okay, can anybody say hi? I know, I kind of screwed it up here. If anybody can say hi, that might be a little bit helpful here. Check your live things. Here we go, live. Okay. So I shall share this. Apparently I'm live right now. And I'll copy my video. And here's my new link. Anybody can say hello. New link. Here we go. Figuring things out. Hello. Okay. So, apparently there's nobody here. Okay. I really have to figure that thing out here because I was early. Huh. Connecting. We'll say there's a new link. New link. Hello. What's up? I'm having fun here. Should be ready. Okay. I have a feeling that this thing, I need to figure out a new way to live stream. It's so much easier to live stream when can somebody say hi on if you're here? We'll need a stick. Okay, hello. So one person's here. And ha. Okay, so we got 2 people. So I guess we're going to start. That's good. So I can stop looking pretty right now. Can we start with stretching? Okay. So everybody, I hope that you're doing well, and if ever you foam rolled, that's a good thing, and if you did not, that's okay too. After we are done with the stretching, we're going to do some Q&A kind of stuff. So we're going to start with a stick because I want to focus on really the activation of the sensation of the stretch, right? So make sure you have a nice open space and that you're going to go into half kneeling, okay? And a lot of the problem with stretching, especially when we're stretching the front of our hips, is that we have trouble stabilizing our back, and we end up feeling the stretch in our back instead of in our hip. So a key tip for you guys is going to feel your glutes activated. So you're going to tighten your butt as you thrust your hips forward so that you can really feel the stretch. And I do like holding a stick because instead of focusing on your balance, which isn't a bad thing, you're going to be able to focus on the stretch. And once you get that, you can back off the stick. There's no problem with that. Only possibilities here. And you're going to tighten your butt and just kind of thrust your hips forward here. Feel a stretch in the front of your hips. Reach your hand of the leg that you're stretching and try to see if you can try to touch the sky here. And then you're going to come and relax. We're going to tighten your butt. And I know it's a new link, guys. Need to learn how to get more comfortable with this streamline thing, and it comes with practice, right? Like everything else. And we're going to go for our third rep. So thrust your hips forward, tighten your butt, and reach for the sky. And then you're going to relax. We're going to go for number 4. 4. 4 is 4 in Italian. I love to speak Italian. It's fun. I'm really bad at it, but it's still fun. Thrust your hip forward, tighten your butt, and lift your arm up. Feel that stretch. Good. You're going to transfer your weight to the knee that you're on. It's okay if you have a nice double mat like I do. It's actually more comfortable. And we're going to change side, transfer your weight, switch arm with the stick, and then you're going to do the same thing. You're going to tighten your butt like you're holding a toonie in your butt cheeks. Yes, I love saying that. You're going to thrust your hips forward, and you're going to try to reach your hand to the sky. 1. And then you're going to back up, tighten your butt, reach the hand to the sky. Oh, that feels good after a bike ride too. And we're going to go for 5. So tighten your butt like you're holding a toonie. 3. And notice I'm just using the stick so that I'm relaxed with it. It's just, it helps me focus on the feel of the stretch instead of worrying about my balance. Worrying about my balance can be with another workout. And 5. That's Spanish, I know. Good. You're going to transfer your weight here, and you're going to go to the other side again. Okay? So transfer your weight, bring your foot forward. And last week, we worked on spine mobility. So let's combine what we worked on last week. It's pretty straightforward, but this time you're going to have to put the stick on the hand of the leg that you're stretching. Okay? So you're going to thrust your hips forward, and you're going to tighten your butt like you're holding a toonie. Lift your arm, pull your elbow, and see if you can touch the wall behind you. And then relax and come back. We're going to go again. 2. Relax, come back. I love doing torsions. We're so not used to it, and you might even be crampy, and I'm okay with that. 3. If you're crampy, you're forcing too much, allow, use the mobility that you have right now. It will get better with practice. And pull 4. You could use no stick, but why not use a stick or anything at that matter? You can use a wall too. And 5. Good. So you're going to transfer your weight. Woo-hoo-hoo. I love working like a ninja. Sound effects, not mandatory. So you're going to take that stick, thrust your hips forward, tighten your butt like you're holding a toonie, and then you're going to pull your elbow, and you're going to see if you can touch the wall. Come back, back off. And if you're really smart about this, you would have done T-spine rotation with reach before the class as well, but you didn't know. So this is a good one to combine 3 with the T-spine. Okay? 4. Remember to tighten your butt like you're holding a toonie. And yes, I cannot see, I can't read from that far. And 5. Good. So last week I talked about having a foam roller. That's a good idea. You can do the stretch, the stretch that I will show you without the foam roller. There's not a problem. So if there is pain, it's your body telling you you should not be doing that. Okay? So the option, we're going to lie down on our backs. The option with the foam roller, I find it really fun because it's going to really stretch the psoas, which is a really popular muscle. But with that being said, this should not be the only muscle that, you have the psoas that tends to be tight with triathletes and all, but there's also the tensor fascia latae that tends to be tight. So it's the IT band syndrome, if ever you guys heard about it. We're going to take care of it after. So you're going to lie down on your back, and you have a triangular bone at your hips, just behind your hips. It's called the sacrum, okay? So you're going to lift your butt, Q-tip here, tighten your butt as you lift it, and you're going to put the foam roller where it's stable, where it's on like a bone surface, which is your sacrum. And if ever there's pain, just do the following exercise on the ground. It's going to be better for you if there's no pain on the ground than if you force yourself. Okay? So you're going to grab your right knee here, and you're going to hug your knee, and you're going to just allow your leg to lengthen towards the ground. Okay, try to keep it straight. People with tight hips, there's going to be more bend in the knee, and the foot will turn. Okay, so try to keep your leg nice and straight. And your leg might not go that far, and I'm okay with that. Ego gets in the way, leave it at the door. Eventually it will go farther. Eventually it will relax. You just have to be patient, right? So focus on your breath right now. I really like hugging my knee, especially after dinner, because it really does help with digestion. And the fact that I'm just lifting my hips a little bit up is like a progression from what we've been doing last week. Okay? So just focus on your breath, and we're there for another 50 seconds. Just focus on being there. Okay, so the the interesting part about the hips is it's not just one muscle, it's an ensemble. It's multitudes of muscles. There's a lot of movement that happen in the hip section. And a result of tight hips is inhibition of your glutes. So your glutes stop firing. So if I were to give you a really good tip right here, and by the way, we're done here with that stretch, so we're going to lift the other leg here if it's possible. If you don't have the foam roller on the ground, again, it's perfect that way. You choose what you want to do and you work the same. So we're going to lengthen the other leg. I've been feeling the other leg a bit tighter today, and that's okay. It's a sensation. Make sure you engage your core. You don't want to just let go of your back here in order for your foot to touch the ground. You want to stay a core that's fired up. Okay? It's okay if your hips are tight today. But again, if I were to give you one key tip here is after opening up those hips, I would activate my glutes. And it's pretty straightforward with activating your glutes. You can do a glute bridge on the ground, and I'll show that after we're done all of our stretches. Or you can use your bed as a bench as well for hip thrusts. If I were to use my bed, you wouldn't see me, so I'm going to use the ground later on. Or you can use a stability ball as well. The problem with the stability ball is you will probably have trouble balancing with the hip thrust, especially if you're doing it on one leg. Okay, so another 40 seconds here. Focus on your breath. And that's the thing. We sit at our desk all day, and the hip flexors get shortened, and the glutes get weak and long, and they are just not firing properly. So right now what we're doing is we're lengthening the hips, and we're going to help out our glutes fire up a little bit more. Okay? 3, 2, 1. You're going to hug both knees. I like using the foam roller because it kind of massages the muscles around my sacrum. And again, you can do that on the ground. I don't know if I've been clear enough. We're going to put our feet on the ground. That you can do it without a foam roller here. If you do have the foam roller, you're going to tighten your butt, lift your butt, take off the foam roller, lie down, and just kind of lengthen your legs and feel the difference here. You will feel probably that your hips are more synced into the ground. I almost feel like there's a different blood flow around my hip area. It kind of feels nice. Okay? So we've stretched the front. We've done some hip dissociation with the torsion by trying to touch the walls today. And we've done the knee hug or apanasana with the foam roller. Okay? So now let's finish off. Let's roll to your side, and you're going to sit back up. We're going to finish off with stretching your glutes a little bit because tight hip flexors and weak glutes are very connected, okay? And it kind of works well together, okay? It's like peanut butter and banana, right? Works perfectly together. So we're going to go at 90-90. It's one simple stretch that I enjoy doing. You want your ankle to be in a dorsiflexion here, okay? And you don't want to force anything, right? You want to feel the stretch on the side here. And you're going to hinge at your hips. So you're going to go forward and look ahead, okay? And we're just going to stick there for about a minute or so. And I want you to feel how it feels, okay? I'm just going to turn around so that you can see here. So I'm at 90-90, and I'm just hip hinging here, and I'm feeling that stretch in my glute and a bit in my hamstring on the outside here. A lot of people will round their backs here and force it, but try to really hinge at your hips and keep a nice straight back, okay? It's a good habit to have. Good posture makes you feel taller, makes you feel leaner. Okay, so we've been stretching our glute for about a minute now, and I like to check if I can, we're gonna straighten up, and I like to check if I can just like lift my side leg here, okay? So if ever you have trouble lifting the side here, that means you need probably to spend a bit more time stretching your glutes. If you're cramping in your tensor fasciae latae, which is the muscle just in front of the glute, maybe massaging it a little bit will help out with that. So let's stretch the other side. It's getting jealous here. And let's go. Same thing. Ankle, 90-degree. Feel that nice little stretch. And focus on your breath. Okay? So a lot of people think that by just stretching, you're going to improve your flexibility, your mobility, and everything. Stretching is part of the equation, okay? So if we do some stretching and then we use a bit of our muscles, our body remembers more afterwards, okay? I'm not going to spend a bunch of time doing the activation because that's not the goal of tonight. But what I like about the glute bridge is it also stretches my hip flexors and my psoas while working on my weak glutes. Okay? 3, 2, 1. Good. So you're going to be nice and straight here. Don't start from the ground. You don't want to cheat. So we're going to see if we can activate our glute and lift our knee on the side here, okay? So if ever you have trouble lifting on the side, just let me know. I do have a couple of tricks for that we can work on in our future classes. I'll be more than happy to do so. And let's finish off with the glute bridge, okay? So if ever you tend to cramp in the hamstrings, you will do it with 2 feet. And if ever you're nice and strong and you know you can fire up your glute, you're going to hug your right knee, lift your toes, so dig into the floor with your heel, left heel, fire up your glute, and you're going to lift your hips up. Okay, so we're just going to do 3 of those. 1, go down. It's not about getting tired, it's about using your glutes to stretch to your hips, and you probably won't feel that much of a stretch. 3, but by doing that, your body will remember. Okay, so let's do the other side. You're going to grab your knee, dig your heel to the ground, tighten your butt. 1, 2, 1 more, and 3. Good job, guys. I feel like I should give you guys a bonus, okay? if ever I'll just show it to you, and after that, I'll go with a bit of Q&A. If ever you have a mat, an extra mat, like this or a pillow, there's this thing I love to do before I go to bed. It's called the couch stretch, okay? So I tend to use a wall, okay? And I use either a stick or whatever I have at hand here. And I just put my knee on the pad here, and I lift my foot here, okay? I love using the wall because it helps me just kind of focus on this one stretch here, and I tighten my butt, and I can use this to help with my balance and help me relax more, because if you do have tight hips, the front leg will get tired while doing this thing called the couch stretch, okay? I like to do it every night, every evening for 2 minutes aside, okay? I do that before I go to bed, and it really does feel good, okay? And I swear by that stretch. I've done that for a full month 3 years ago before my first marathon. And interestingly enough, when I went to the massage therapist, I was second overall at the Cornwall Marathon. It was my first one. And the massage therapist asked me, she's like, you just ran the half marathon, right? And then I'm like, no, I just did the full marathon. And she's like, I should not be able to put your heel on your butt. Okay? And it helped me just have a better stride, more efficient. And yeah, so you are what you do every day. For me, the couch stretch has helped me have a more loose stride, and all of those little stretches are bonus here. And yeah, do you guys have any questions in terms of about the mobility of your hips, especially the front? I was thinking of working on the posterior chain, so everything in the back related to calves for next week. But yeah, if ever okay, so if ever you don't have any questions for this, let me know how the stretches went for you guys with a comment below. You can always smash the like button, write some comments, and or send me a text via at Coach V Roberts on Instagram, or Coach Vero Roberts on Facebook. I'm more than happy to help out with some of the issues that you may have with your hips. Hips don't lie, they do tell us if we take care of them or not. And yeah, so if you do take care of them, you're gonna get your good, better, and your better best. So thank you so much for watching, and hope you have a good evening. Thanks again for your patience. See ya.